which rookie do you think will make the most immediate impact, excluding Jake Moody? Obviously, it's going to be Jake Moody. Other than the kicker, which rookie do you think will make the most immediate impact?
Man, it's tough. To me, it's either Luter or Brown, but I just really like Brown, man. I think Brown is going to be with the 49ers for 10 years. Like, he's that kind of player to me. I think he might make the biggest impact. I could see Luter making a really big impact early as well. So it's going to be one of those two guys, in my opinion.
Brown is going to be, I think, maybe the best player from this draft, but Tashaun Gibson is one hell of a pro, and it's going to be tough to take his job right out the gate. He may not. He may be like Talanoa, where the first year he has to get his feet underneath him. He could go either way.
Were you surprised, though, when Kyle Shanahan talked about, it was weird to me. We like Huff and Gibson, but we're not going to appoint anybody. Like, wow, I thought for sure Huff had it on lock.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? That was crazy.
Well, maybe he was just being diplomatic. So, also Cam Latu, like, even though I feel like that was a reach, but that was a Kyle pick. And you know how Kyle feels? Kyle feels like Tyler Kroft lost the NFC Championship game, and Cameron Latu is here because he's a better blocker than Tyler Kroft, straight up. So there's a role for Cam Latu right now. And he's going to have to earn it, but he could get on the field just to be the blocking tight end. I feel like D. Winters is going to be the starting Sam linebacker. Mm-hmm. And that doesn't mean he's going to play. I mean, Sam linebacker plays like a third of the snaps.
Yeah.
Nickel plays more than him, but I think he's going to play a lot. Dre Greenlaw has gotten injured a little bit. I think D. Winters is going to have a big impact. I just have a feeling it's going to be D. Yeah.
The reason why I like Luter, though, too, is, like, unfortunately, knock on wood, when was the last time the two starting corners for the 49ers made it through the season?
Agreed.
So I feel like Luter can have an opportunity there at some point.
Luter reminds me of Emmanuel Mosley. He's really good. I like him a lot. What other quarterbacks will make an immediate? I mean, what other players will make an immediate impact? Not Robert Beal. He's a project.
I think it's possible that they get the second tight end. What's his name? The second tight end they drafted. I can't think of his name.
Oh, Braden Willis.
Braden Willis. I think he might actually make an impact more than Luda. I think that's
Latu.
possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
And then Kalen LeBourne, running back. We're going to talk about him.
Yeah.
There's always an undrafted rookie running back. This guy might be the most. He was the 23rd ranked prospect coming out of high school. He was the number one running back in the nation coming out of high school. Like, all these guys had a weird college experience because COVID cut it in half. Yeah. So a lot of these guys are a little bit older. They bounced around. But, dude, we're going to talk about him. Anyway, so there's a lot of rookies that could make. I like Luter a lot. I don't know if he starts right away, but I think he's going to end up being a starter for this team. And I think him and Jair Brown will be starters for a while in that secondary.
Yeah. Yeah. And Luter reminds me of Prince Akamora a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's kind of
Prince
Amukamara.
Okay. All right.
Or Amukamara. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah.
J.K. Ryan, hot take, best rookie this year, Jeff Fisher. What? Jeff Fisher? I don't know.
I don't know, bro. Jeff Fisher.
I don't know, bro. What about Ronnie Bell?
That one's different for me, man. Like, I was trying to think, who are the 49ers going to keep at receiver? I don't know. Ronnie Bell might be able to beat out.
They didn't throw the ball to Ray very much. I feel like Ray was more of like a running back / screen guy. Like,
He did do good on special teams, though.
He did. No, he's good. I wonder, is Danny Gray getting pushed off this team for Ronnie Bell? Like, what does Danny Gray do? I'm curious. He better do something, because Ronnie Bell seems like he can do a lot.
Those three are question mark. Ronnie Bell, Danny Gray, Ray McLeod. I'm not sure about those three. Which one of them are actually going to make the team? Maybe all of them.
It's funny. If we had this conversation last year after the draft, like which rookie's going to make the most immediate impact, the answer would have been Spencer Burford. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't have said Spencer Burford coming out of the draft. I didn't know who he was or what the plan was there. So we might be all wrong. I probably would have said Drake Jackson last year.
Yeah.
But it wasn't Drake Jackson. It was Spencer Burford. And I think that's interesting, too. Maybe the Niners, another thing they may have learned from this experience, you take Drake Jackson in the second round, like, the expectation is he's going to be a 3-down starter at some time. You don't need to take a rotational rusher in the second round, because what you did this year was take a rotational rusher at the end of the 5th round. Perfect spot. And that guy runs a 4.4 and he's 6'5". Like Drake Jackson's a 6'2" tweener who runs like a 4.7, 4.8. Like you didn't need to do that. And you took him over offensive linemen who play 3 downs. Something they're learning. Now, they didn't take an offensive lineman this year, but they waited a little bit longer to take the edge rusher because, again, if you're taking a guy on day 2, it's got to be a 3-down starter eventually. That's my question with Latu, too. Like, yeah, you're an upgrade as a number 2 tight end right now. Are you going to be a legit starting 3-down tight end at some point in your career? Because if not, there was probably a starting offensive lineman there. Probably.
Yeah, the tight ends they chose, man, like, I don't hate the picks, but I think Latu.
I don't hate him.
I think Latu's definitely a potential guy, and it seemed like there might have been a couple tight ends there that were like ready to go.
My thing with Kyle and his picks in round 3 is they're always reaches for need, and then you look at them and it's like there's something unremarkable about who they are athletically. Like Trey Sermon. Let's look at Trey Sermon. He was a 3rd-round pick. Kyle liked him, traded up for him. He ran a 4.6. You look at his testing, it's like, wait. Like, why are you going in round 3? Oh, and you were projected to go later. Like, okay, so why did Kyle take you? Oh, he had some big games, right? He had some big games in the playoffs, a few good games. Like, okay, that's what Kyle did. So what is it about Latu that drew Kyle's attention? Like, not his athletic numbers, not his production. Was it like that he went for 60 and 90 and a touchdown against Tennessee this year in that game that everyone saw on television? Like, I don't know. But I feel like there's something that these 3rd-round busts have in common, and I don't know. I'm not calling Latu a bust yet. I don't want to say that about him, but it definitely felt like a Kyle reach.
A lot of the things that 49ers do too that I've noticed is they're really heavy on character. That's like a big thing, and that's actually commendable and good. But it also could mean you're missing out on some high quality, talented players. So I'm
right because McGlinchey, super character guy. Solomon Thomas,
Latu's the same way. Really good guy, smart guy,
for sure.
And so I don't know, man. Latu might end up being the man. I don't know. It's just there seemed to be a few other guys there that would have just been like no-brainers. I don't know. It's going to be interesting, man.
Flave says that dude meant Joey Fisher. Sorry. And Braden Willis looks like a possible backup replacement for Use to me. Use check. You think he could play fullback 100% of the time?
Possible.
I mean, he's 6'4", 240. Juszczyk's 6'1", 240. Usually fullbacks are a little more compact.
What's the Jack guy they got from Oregon? He might
Coletta.
Yeah, or Poe.
I don't know that they're going to be using a full. What do you need a full? What the whole fullback thing to me is so gimmicky. Just so to kind of say you have one. Like, what does he give you that a second tight end wouldn't give you? Okay, so he's more in the backfield than on the line of scrimmage. Like, it's the same thing, and you don't really throw him the ball that much. I feel like when Juszczyk's done, the fullback's done. I mean, when Kyle was in Atlanta with the best offense he's ever had, they had Patrick DeMarco, who was a guy they used a little bit, but essentially when they actually were ready to score points, it was a 3 wide receiver offense with, was it Taylor Jacobs was the guy's name? What was it? I forget his name. But anyway, they had Travis Benjamin, Mohamed Sanu, and a speed threat in the outside. Like, enough of the use check thing. It's rinky dink stuff.
He does get paid quite a bit of money. Yeah.
Yeah, to go in motion.